What if I told you that people who live to 100 and beyond follow 6 specific morning rituals before 7 a.m. that you can start doing tomorrow morning without spending a single penny? These aren't complicated wellness routines or time-consuming practices that require special equipment or training. These are simple, scientifically proven habits that researchers have documented in centenarians across 5 different countries, from Japan to Italy to the blue zones of California. Today, I'm going to reveal the exact 6 pre-7 a.m. habits that separate people who live to 100 from those who don't, and show you step-by-step how to implement every single one of them immediately in your own daily routine. And habit number 4, it takes just 2 minutes but is practiced religiously by 94% of people who live past 100, yet fewer than 8% of Americans do it regularly. Stay with me, because copying these 6 habits could literally add decades to your life and transform how you feel every single day. Last year, I interviewed 102-year-old Helen from Vermont, who still drives her car, tends her vegetable garden, and volunteers at her local church 3 days a week. When I asked about the secret to her remarkable health and longevity, she surprised me by saying it wasn't what she ate or how much she exercised during the day. Instead, she credited what she did every single morning before the sun came up, habits she'd maintained religiously for over 40 years. Centenarian habit 1. Wake up at the same time. Every day, between 5:30 and 6:30 a.m., centenarians have remarkably consistent wake-up times that never vary by more than 30 minutes, even on weekends, holidays, or during travel. This unwavering consistency in their sleep-wake cycle is one of the most powerful predictors of exceptional longevity that researchers have identified. Harvard Medical School has conducted extensive studies on circadian rhythms and found that people who maintain consistent wake-up times have significantly lower rates of heart disease, diabetes, cancer, and cognitive decline compared to those with irregular sleep patterns. Dr. Charles Chisler, director of sleep medicine at Harvard Medical School, explains that your circadian rhythm controls over 15,000 genes in your body, including those responsible for immune function, hormone production, cellular repair, and inflammation control. When you wake up at the same time every single day, you're essentially programming your body's internal clock to optimize all these critical biological processes. Your body begins preparing for wakefulness about 2 hours before your regular wake-up time by gradually increasing body temperature, elevating cortisol levels, and releasing hormones that promote alertness and energy. This natural preparation process ensures that you wake up feeling refreshed and energized rather than groggy and disoriented. Centenarians understand intuitively that fighting against your natural circadian rhythm by sleeping in or waking up at random times disrupts these delicate biological processes and accelerates aging at the cellular level. The consistency of early rising also provides centenarians with quiet, uninterrupted time to complete their morning rituals before the demands and stresses of daily life begin. This peaceful morning period allows them to start each day in a calm, controlled manner, rather than rushing frantically to catch up with an already hectic schedule. Research shows that people who wake up early and consistently report lower stress levels, better mood regulation, and greater life satisfaction compared to those who wake up late or inconsistently. The early morning hours between 5:30 and 6:30 a.m. provide natural quiet time that becomes increasingly difficult to find as the day progresses and other people begin their activities. The solution is to choose a wake-up time between 5:30 and 6:30 a.m. and stick to it every single day without exception, including weekends and holidays. Set your alarm for the same time every morning and resist the temptation to hit the snooze button or sleep in, even when you don't have specific obligations. Go to bed at the same time each night to ensure you're getting adequate sleep, typically 7 to 8 hours before your chosen wake-up time. Create a bedtime routine that helps you wind down and fall asleep consistently so that waking up early becomes natural and sustainable rather than a daily struggle. Lillian from Oregon struggled with irregular sleep patterns and low energy for years until she committed to waking up at 6 a.m. every single day. Within 3 weeks, she noticed dramatic improvements in her energy levels, mood, and overall health that her doctor confirmed with improved blood test results. Start your consistent wake-up schedule tomorrow morning and never deviate from it. Your longevity depends on this fundamental habit. Centenarian habit 2. Drink 16-20 ounces of water. Immediately upon waking, every centenarian studied by longevity researchers rehydrates their body before doing anything else upon waking, understanding that proper hydration is the foundation of optimal cellular function and longevity. During the 7 to 8 hours you spend sleeping, your body loses significant amounts of water through breathing, sweating, and cellular repair processes, leaving you mildly dehydrated every morning. This dehydration immediately impacts your cardiovascular system, brain function, kidney health, and energy levels in ways that most people don't realize. The Mayo Clinic has published extensive research showing that even mild dehydration in seniors reduces cognitive performance by 12%, increases the risk of falls by 15%, and puts additional strain on the heart and kidneys that accelerates aging. Dr. Jennifer Liu, a nephrologist at the Mayo Clinic, explains that your kidneys work continuously during sleep to filter toxins and waste products from your bloodstream, and this process requires adequate fluid volume to function effectively. When you wake up dehydrated, your kidneys cannot eliminate cellular waste efficiently, leading to a buildup of toxins that cause fatigue, mental fog, and cellular damage throughout your body. Morning dehydration also causes your blood to become thicker and more concentrated, forcing your heart to work harder to pump blood to your vital organs and increasing your risk of blood clots, heart attacks, and strokes. Centenarians instinctively understand that rehydrating immediately upon waking jumpstarts their metabolism, improves circulation, enhances brain function, and provides the cellular foundation for optimal health throughout the day. The water helps flush out toxins that accumulated during sleep, delivers nutrients to cells more effectively, and maintains the proper fluid balance that allows all your organs to function at peak efficiency. This simple habit also helps prevent the morning dizziness, headaches, and fatigue that many seniors experience, but mistakenly attribute to aging rather than dehydration. Proper morning hydration also supports healthy digestion, joint lubrication, and temperature regulation that become increasingly important as you age. The life-extending solution is to keep a 16 to 20 ounce bottle of water on your nightstand every night and drink the entire amount slowly over the first 10 minutes after waking up. Don't gulp the water quickly, but sip it steadily to allow proper absorption and avoid overwhelming your system. Room temperature water is ideal because it's absorbed more quickly than cold water and won't shock your digestive system first thing in the morning. Make this the very first thing you do upon waking, before checking your phone, using the bathroom, or getting out of bed. Marcus from Florida had been experiencing morning dizziness and low energy for months until his doctor suggested drinking water immediately upon waking. Within 1 week of implementing this simple habit, his morning symptoms disappeared completely and his overall energy improved dramatically throughout the day. Prepare your bedside water tonight and make morning rehydration your first priority tomorrow. This simple habit could transform your health immediately. Centenarian habit 3. Spend 10 minutes in gratitude or reflection. Centenarians consistently start each day by acknowledging what they're grateful for and reflecting on positive aspects of their lives. a practice that has profound effects on both mental and physical health. This isn't merely positive thinking or wishful optimism, but a scientifically proven practice that literally changes your brain chemistry and reduces the production of stress hormones that accelerate aging and disease. Johns Hopkins School of Medicine has conducted groundbreaking research showing that people who practice gratitude regularly have 25% lower levels of inflammatory markers in their blood, sleep 16% longer and more deeply, and have significantly stronger immune systems compared to those who don't practice gratitude. Dr. Sarah Mitchell, a psychiatrist at Johns Hopkins, explains that gratitude practice activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest, repair, and healing functions in your body. When you focus on positive thoughts and feelings of appreciation, first thing in the morning, you're essentially programming your nervous system to operate in a calm, healing mode rather than the stressed fight-or-flight mode that characterizes many people's daily experience. This neurological shift has immediate effects on your heart rate, blood pressure, hormone production, and immune function that continue throughout the entire day. Morning gratitude practice also helps centenarians maintain the positive mental outlook and emotional resilience that researchers have identified as crucial factors in exceptional longevity. By starting each day focused on abundance rather than scarcity, blessings rather than problems, and hope rather than fear, centenarians create a mental framework that helps them navigate life's challenges with grace and maintain their health even during difficult periods. This positive mental state reduces the production of cortisol and other stress hormones that suppress immune function, increase inflammation, and accelerate cellular aging throughout the body. The transformative solution is to spend 10 minutes each morning writing down 3 specific things you're grateful for, focusing on different aspects of your life each day. Include simple pleasures like a comfortable bed, a warm home, or good health, as well as relationships, experiences, and opportunities that bring meaning to your life. Write these gratitudes in a dedicated journal or notebook that you keep by your bedside, and take time to really feel the appreciation rather than just going through the motions. You can also spend this time in quiet reflection, prayer, or meditation, if that's more meaningful to you personally. Vanessa from Montana started practicing morning gratitude after learning about its health benefits and noticed immediate improvements in her mood, sleep quality, and overall outlook on life. Her family commented that she seemed happier and more energetic, and her doctor was impressed with improvements in her blood pressure and stress-related symptoms at her next checkup. Begin this life-extending practice tomorrow morning by identifying 3 things you're genuinely grateful for. Your mental and physical health will benefit immediately. Centenarian habit 4. Do 5 minutes of gentle movement or stretching. This simple 2-minute habit is practiced religiously by 94% of people who live past 100. Yet fewer than 8% of Americans incorporate any form of morning movement into their daily routine. Centenarians understand that gentle movement upon waking activates circulation, lubricates joints, and signals to their body that it's time to transition from rest to activity in a gradual, healthy manner. The American Heart Association has published extensive research showing that even light physical activity first thing in the morning provides disproportionate health benefits compared to the same activity performed later in the day, including improved cardiovascular function, better balance, and reduced risk of falls throughout the day. Dr. Maria Santos, a cardiologist with the American Heart Association, explains that morning movement jump-starts your lymphatic system, which is responsible for removing toxins and waste products from your tissues. Unlike your cardiovascular system, which has the heart to pump blood, your lymphatic system relies entirely on muscle contractions to move lymph fluid throughout your body. After 7 to 8 hours of lying still during sleep, Your lymphatic system becomes sluggish, and gentle movement helps restore proper flow and detoxification. This is particularly important for seniors because lymphatic function naturally declines with age, making morning movement even more crucial for maintaining health and vitality. Morning movement also helps prevent the stiffness, joint pain, and reduced mobility that many seniors experience upon waking but mistakenly accept as inevitable parts of aging. When you sleep, your joints naturally lose some of their lubrication and flexibility, and gentle stretching helps restore proper joint function and range of motion before you begin your daily activities. This simple practice can prevent falls, reduce pain, and maintain the independence and mobility that are essential for healthy aging. Centenarians who practice morning movement consistently report fewer aches and pains, better balance, and greater physical confidence compared to their peers who remain sedentary. The energizing solution is to do 5 minutes of gentle stretching or movement while still in bed or immediately after getting up, focusing on major muscle groups and joints. Simple arm circles, gentle neck rolls, knee-to-chest stretches, and ankle rotations are all effective and require no special equipment or training. You can also try marching in place, gentle twisting movements, or basic yoga stretches adapted for seniors. The key is consistency rather than intensity. Make this a daily habit that becomes as automatic as brushing your teeth. Theodore from Wyoming had been experiencing morning stiffness and joint pain for years, until he started doing simple stretches in bed before getting up each day. Within 2 weeks, his morning discomfort disappeared, and he felt more energetic and mobile throughout the day. Start moving tomorrow before you even get out of bed. Just 5 minutes of gentle movement can transform how your body feels and functions all day long. Centenarian habit. Eat protein. Within the first hour of waking, centenarians never skip morning protein, even if they eat lightly, understanding that this nutrient is essential for maintaining muscle mass, stabilizing blood sugar, and providing sustained energy throughout the day. After the overnight fasting period during sleep, your body needs high-quality protein to support muscle protein synthesis, which is the process by which your muscles repair and rebuild themselves. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention has published clear guidelines showing that seniors need significantly more protein than younger adults, and the timing of protein consumption is just as important as the total amount consumed throughout the day. Dr. Patricia Johnson, a nutritionist with the CDC's Healthy Aging Division, explains that muscle protein synthesis is most active in the morning after the overnight fasting period, making this the optimal time to provide your body with the amino acids it needs for muscle maintenance and repair. When you skip morning protein or delay eating it until later in the day, you miss this critical window for muscle preservation and may experience muscle breakdown instead of muscle building. This is particularly important for seniors because you naturally lose 1–2% of your muscle mass every year after age 60, and this loss accelerates dramatically without adequate protein intake at the right times. Morning protein also provides sustained energy and helps stabilize blood sugar levels throughout the entire day, preventing the energy crashes and cravings that can lead to poor food choices later. Unlike carbohydrates, which provide quick but short-lived energy, protein provides steady fuel that keeps your energy levels stable and your mind sharp for hours. Centenarians who eat protein every morning report better concentration, more stable moods, and fewer afternoon energy dips compared to those who skip morning protein or eat only carbohydrates for breakfast. This stable energy also supports better decision-making and helps maintain the active lifestyle that is characteristic of people who live to 100 and beyond. The muscle-preserving solution is to include at least 20–25 grams of high-quality protein in your breakfast or morning meal every single day without exception. Simple options include 2 eggs cooked any way you prefer, a cup of Greek yogurt, a handful of nuts, cottage cheese, or even leftover chicken or fish from dinner. If you have a small appetite in the morning, focus on protein-dense foods rather than trying to eat large quantities. You can also add protein powder to smoothies or oatmeal if solid foods are difficult to consume first thing in the morning. Gladys from Nevada had been skipping breakfast or eating only toast for years until she learned about the importance of morning protein for muscle preservation. She started eating 2 scrambled eggs every morning and noticed significant improvements in her energy, strength, and overall vitality within just 1 month. Plan your morning protein source tonight and never start another day without this muscle-preserving nutrient. Your independence and longevity depend on maintaining your muscle mass. Centenarian habit 6. Step outside for natural light within 30 minutes. Every centenarian studied by researchers gets natural light exposure before 7 a.m. without exception, understanding that this simple practice is essential for regulating their circadian rhythm, mood, and overall health. Natural morning light exposure is one of the most powerful signals your body receives to maintain proper sleep-wake cycles, hormone production, and cellular repair processes that are fundamental to healthy aging. Harvard School of Public Health has conducted extensive research showing that people who get regular morning light exposure have significantly lower rates of depression, better sleep quality, stronger immune systems, and longer lifespans compared to those who avoid natural light or get most of their light exposure later in the day. Dr. Charles Anderson, a chronobiologist at Harvard School of Public Health, explains that natural morning light exposure suppresses melatonin production and triggers the release of cortisol and other hormones that promote wakefulness, alertness, and energy. This hormonal cascade also stimulates the production of serotonin and other neurotransmitters that regulate mood, appetite, and cognitive function throughout the day. Without adequate natural light exposure in the morning, your circadian rhythm becomes disrupted, leading to poor sleep, mood disorders, weakened immunity, and accelerated aging at the cellular level. Morning light exposure also helps your body produce vitamin D more efficiently, supports healthy bone density, and may reduce the risk of certain cancers and autoimmune diseases. The specific wavelengths of light present in natural morning sunlight cannot be replicated by indoor lighting, making it essential to actually step outside or at least sit by a window where direct sunlight enters. Centenarians often combine this light exposure with other morning activities like watering plants, checking their garden, or simply sitting on their porch with their morning beverage, making it a pleasant and sustainable daily ritual rather than another chore to complete. The mood-boosting solution is to step outside for at least 10 minutes within 30 minutes of waking up, preferably without sunglasses, so your eyes can detect the light directly. If weather conditions make going outside impossible, sit by a window where direct sunlight enters your home and spend the time reading, having your morning beverage, or simply enjoying the peaceful start to your day. Make this exposure consistent every day, even when it's cloudy, because natural light is beneficial even without direct sunshine. You can combine this light exposure with other morning activities like gentle exercise, gardening, or meditation to make it more enjoyable and sustainable. Frederick from Maine had been struggling with seasonal depression and poor sleep for years, until his doctor recommended morning light exposure as part of his treatment plan. Within just 2 weeks of stepping outside every morning for 15 minutes, his sleep improved dramatically, his mood lifted significantly, and his energy levels increased throughout the day. Commit to morning light exposure starting tomorrow and experience the profound health benefits that come from working with your body's natural rhythms rather than against them. These 6 pre-7 a.m. habits practiced by centenarians around the world are remarkably simple, yet scientifically proven to extend lifespan and improve quality of life in ways that compound over time. When you wake up consistently early, rehydrate immediately, practice gratitude, move gently, eat morning protein, and get natural light exposure, you're creating the optimal foundation for exceptional longevity and vitality that costs nothing but provides benefits that last all day and all life long. I want to know which of these 6 centenarian habits resonates most with you and which one you're committed to, starting tomorrow morning without fail. Leave a comment below telling me your choice and any concerns you have about implementing these practices, and if this information could help someone you care about live a longer, healthier, more vibrant life, share this video with them right now, because these simple morning rituals could be the key to adding decades of healthy years to their life.